Mic test, 1 2 1 2. Yep. I don't really have a mic. No, I have a mic, but I can't hear my playback voice, so I don't really know why I do mic test. Just for style, maybe. I don't know. The weird thing about me is that I don't want many people to notice me. I've always been a sort of a shy person that really loves to focus on the craft he's doing and not be bothered by external forces. But that's just impossible. Sooner or later, people are going to notice me, and the amount of attention I will gather, both of love and hate, will most probably screw up my brain. It will just leave my brain fried. When you see my videos, you develop a certain feeling of emotions. Your emotions feel a feeling of a certain way. These vibes are sent to me and just interfere with the normal working and functioning of my brain. I have learned a very true truth about my life in a kind of a very peculiar way, and the atypical. I don't know whether it's atypical or atypical. I'll just show the video of the pronunciation over here.
Atypical.
And the atypical or atypical way I have how many times am I going to repeat that? And the atypical way I've learned is through playing video games. Yup. Let me give you a bit of my backstory. You could call this the equivalent of a filler episode in an anime, except that this filler episode is going to be great. I mean freaking great for censorship purposes. I've been playing all sorts of video games since I was age 3 and have never stopped since. Opposed to popular beliefs, video gaming is not a sin. Notice how many times I rhyme sins and sins in the previous sentences. Playing video games is like a stimulation of the real world. Well, actually, video games are made with the intention of stimulating the real world. And yep, that is playing games on my computer help me navigate and steer my ship on the sea of life that we will never get to see how it ends a little better. Basically, video games have been the unasked, not requested guide that I got, luckily, that I didn't wish for. GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto 5 taught me one really important thing. The process in itself is a more joyous venture than the attainment of the achievements. How do I know this? Well, the only answer is that's just a reference to one of my songs that's going to get released soon. Let me tell you how. In GTA 5, like everybody else who plays the game, I used to run around chasing big money and exotic sports cars. I used to do a mad load of missions and heists or heists. I don't know. I don't give a okay, no bad words. I don't give a shit. How you okay? Wait. In GTA 5, like everybody else who plays the game, I used to run around chasing big money and exotic sports cars. I used to do a mad load of missions and heists in order to raise the required sum of a colored piece of paper that we call money. The real plot twist was when I had sufficient money to buy that thing, let's say a Gran Turismo R or a Kuruma Armored. Insert car picture to show you have GTA 5 assets and liabilities. Hashtag cringe flex session. I purchased the car and was having a really merry time driving around the GTA world, killing pedestrians on the sidewalk, T-boning cop cars and whatnot. You know, just usual casual GTA 5 things. But the catch was that I felt way happy in the process of getting the car rather than the gaining of it. The attainment of the car was just the release of the constant tension, which ironically was the source of the pleasure. I know it's a bit hard to understand, but you can always double tap your screen to the left to rewind the video 10 seconds back. Do it! No, not TikTok duets. Are you freaking dumb? The moral of the game. I said game instead of story because yeah, you already get it. I don't need to explain. The moral of the game is that virtual money taught me more about life stuff than actual money. Well, that also may be the case because I don't really earn actual money yet. The keyword is yet. Remember that. Yet. Most people, including myself, see life as a road that has a finish line at the end that needs to be crossed at the quickest, only to realize that the only thing at the end of the line is death. That was a GTA San Andreas reference if you didn't get it, if you're a normie. A counter-intuitive approach. No, I don't know many big words. The reason I used that was because I read a book which has a similar title. So where was I? So a counter-intuitive approach to living life may be to smell the flowers blooming beside the road instead of just focusing straight ahead like a blindfolded horse. This might be one of the few cases where focus is a bad thing. Let me be clear, focusing on the wrong thing is the wrong thing, but there's literally 0% chance of knowing whether the thing that has garnered your focus is right or wrong. So do what you want to do, man, and then there's really not going to be the time to literally do anything. Therefore, do things now when you're active and have a surplus of time. Try things, experiment, do mischievous stuff, have fun, and just have a great time, man. That's all I want to say. Take some time out to smell the flowers. Take some time out to smell the flowers. If you didn't already get it, flowers are represented as metaphors to appreciate the little things. How dumb are you for wanting me to explain such minuscule things? Huh? Just kidding. Bye. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Tang!